What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Myles with Holiday World out of Dallas, Texas, and today we're taking a look at this 2022 Keystone Passport 2400 RB. And this is a really unique model because it is under 30 feet and has washer dryer connections. So I know there's only a select few people out there that would probably be looking for washer dryer connections in a travel trailer this size, and this one has it. Also has a really large dual vanity bathroom on the back wall there. It's definitely a couple style trailer that you'll see when we go inside why that is. But it's great for people looking to do extended travel, full-time travel, or even possibly live in full-time if it's just a couple, and is definitely one of my favorite couple style travel trailers. So let's go. Hey, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos, I'm super excited that you're here. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do get something out of this video, consider hitting the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you would like to connect with me on other social media platforms, links to my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook are down below in the description, where you can find other RV related content that I upload regularly. And then finally, if you are interested in this RV, keep in mind I am in a sales position. I do not get paid by my company to come out here and make these videos. I just do this on my own time in hopes of finding people like you that might be interested in this RV. So I would love to personally assist you in helping you make this RV yours. So you can either text me at the number on the screen there, or there is a link down below in the description that you can fill out with some basic information that will help me best help you. So go down there and fill out that information if you are interested in this RV, and let's get into the video. All right, y'all, so again, this is a 2022 Keystone Passport 2400 RB. You'll be able to see the floor plan layout and the specs on the screen. This one here is right at 29 feet 4 inches, this exact one that we're looking at here. And then we'll come over to the sticker on the side here. You'll see the unloaded vehicle weight on here, so the dry weight of it is 5,700 pounds. And then you have a 1,501 pound cargo carrying capacity. So you're gonna have a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,600 pounds here on this Passport. Now this on the Passport line, this is a GT series Passport, so that stands for Grand Touring. And then they also have in the Passport lineup the SL series. So this is going to be in the higher up series from Passport. I do have some SL series over here as well that you can see. So this is going to have a different front cap on the GT series. It has the upgraded automotive grade fiberglass front cap that the SL series do not have. The GT series is actually taller than the SL series as well, so these weigh a bit more. The SL series have a flat roof, or a flat ceiling, sorry, in the trailer, and then the GT series are gonna have a barreled ceiling, so they curve inside to give you added ceiling height. Get things like a fireplace in the GT series as well that's not in the SL series, little things like that. So two different lines from Passport to give you two different tiers of price point and features between the two depending on what you're looking for. And the GTs are going to be a little bit on the heavier side, definitely easily a half-ton towable travel trailer here, and it's going to be great for couples. This is definitely a kind of couple specific floor plan here that's not too practical for people looking to sleep additional people inside the RV. As we go around the front, you'll have two 20-pound propane bottles up front here. We do stock those full of propane for you when you pick up your RV. You have the power tongue jack, so this will go up and down. It's an electric tongue jack there. And then you have spot for your batteries right here, so we will stock it with one battery, no charge to you. And then if you wanted to add on additional batteries, that is something that you can add on there as well. Coming down underneath here, this is what Keystone calls their Gigi box. That's just the last name for the engineer who designed this here. But this is basically your battery disconnect switch here. So when this is turned to power off, that is going to kill all your power to the battery. So that is going to preserve your battery up here. Make sure that if you're leaving your campsite or anything like that, you don't have to go through and make sure every single thing inside the trailer is turned off. You can just go kill that switch right there, and that will kill all power going to the battery to keep that battery from dying while you're gone or anything like that. So one thing that's also a more premium thing on the SL, or on the GT series, is the slam latch baggage doors. So these baggage doors there, they will have the slam latches. Can see through here as well, a nice looking pass-through storage compartment. You do have a motion activated light there as well. And then it is all aluminum framing throughout this entire trailer. So all aluminum framing throughout here. And then they give like a nice finish there to make it look, this piece right here, just to make it look a little bit more finished out versus just seeing exposed aluminum frame there. So then as you come back over here, you have an awning that covers almost the entire length of the trailer there. So tons of awning coverage that you have here. You have 2 outdoor speakers, one here and one there. And then you do have a vent from in the kitchen space to vent out air when you are cooking. If you wanted to hook up a TV out here, you do have that option as well. There's gonna be a spot where you can mount a TV on this wall, and there's hookups there for a TV as well as outlets. And you could just put a TV out on a table here as well if you wanted to do that. You'll have the solid entry step going inside, and then as we work our way back, you have your spare tire on the back. You will have storage in the bumper as well. So this end cap can come off the bumper here, so you can store things like your sewer hose in that bumper there. And then you have a ladder to get up onto the roof. And then your slide out on the opposite wall here. So you have a cable driven slide. This will push and pull all 4 corners in and out evenly at the same time there. And of course you have your ladder to get up on the roof. So we'll go look up there real quick. This will have a 250-pound capacity on it. I've never had any issues with anybody breaking a ladder or anything like that, but it does have a 250-pound capacity. You're going to have a vent right in here, which is in the bathroom portion. A single AC on this model, definitely not big enough where it needs 2 ACs. And then you have a 200-watt solar panel on the roof up here as well. Then you have your Winegard digital antenna. So that's going to be your omnidirectional digital antenna. Another vent up in the front as well in the bedroom. And then of course it's a fully walkable roof up here as well. So that 200 watts of solar, let me get down. So that 200 watts of solar there, that is going to just keep your battery charged so that all the components that your battery runs, like your slide out operations, your awning, your lights, things like that, you'll always have access to those with the batteries, keeping those charged. Get down underneath here and you can see everything in this subflooring is wrapped and enclosed there. So all your water tanks and water lines sit above the insulation there. So whenever you have your furnace running, that is also going to be sending heat into the same cavity that your water lanes or your water lines and your water tanks sit in, so that you don't have to worry about those freezing. And then you do have your black and gray tank dump valves here for the half bathroom. This is off the back side of the RV here. You will have one additional dump spot that is just a gray tank. It's not a black tank. So gray tank is going to be just the water from the sink in the kitchen down underneath there. All electric stabilizers on here as well. So you'll have the electric stabilizers underneath there. And then again, your slam latch door here for the storage. This is something like the SL series does not have, the slam latch doors. And even something competitive to it, like the Keystone Bullet here, they do not have the slam latch doors on the outside either. They just have the little metal clips. So little differences like that here and there from brand to brand. All of your water compartments are going to be in this enclosed area here. So you have your outdoor shower connection. It will come with a 25-foot coil hose that's down underneath here. And then you have your 50-amp power cord as well. Your 15-amp solar charge controller working with that 200-watt solar panel on the roof to monitor the charge on your batteries. This can give you information as well, like how long until your batteries are charged, how much power is being used by your batteries, how much power is being drawn from the solar panel, things like that. And then if you wanted to expand upon the solar system, you do have it prepped for another inverter here, or for, for a inverter there if you wanted to add an inverter, add more batteries and add more solar panels to run additional things off of the RV from solar. So that's everything there. And that's pretty much everything on the outside, nothing too crazy. You do have a BAL next gen frame that is from Norco Industries. So this is all American made steel on here. And then with this frame, they use a lot of huck bolt connections, which is going to be different than like a lot of frames that use a weld connection for a lot of components. These huck bolts have a stronger capacity than welds. I think they have a 6,000 pound clamp force on them. So it's a lot stronger, more durable connection than a weld, which is something they use on these frames. And these are very lightweight frames to help keep the weight of the trailer down on there as well. So that's everything on the outside of this Passport here. Now, something I want to talk about real quick, because a lot of y'all know I am in a sales position and I make these videos in hopes of finding someone like you that might be interested in the RVs that I'm showing. And when the time comes that you're ready to purchase, you might think about coming to me to purchase your RV. And if that's the case, now here on YouTube, I'll be talking about this in a lot of videos going forward. Keystone has been giving salespeople a lot of this different gear here. So basically when you sell a Keystone RV, you accumulate these points as a salesperson for Keystone, and you can use those points to purchase some of their merchandise that's not accessible to the public. Well, because I get those things from essentially selling an RV, I just feel like it'd be more cool to give it away. So these are things here that if you purchase your RV from me, while supplies last, and as long as I have something here that you like, I have a Keystone backpack that is insulated underneath there. Got this really cool table, which I'll get to in just a second as I take some of the stuff off. This is a waterproof duffel bag. So this duffel bag here, it rolls up and then you clip it. So you roll it to that third mark there and then you clip it on the sides, and that is going to make it waterproof. So waterproof duffel bag. Got things like this winter coat from Keystone that is really nice, has multiple layers in there that can be taken out. A 3/4 zip kind of wool jacket there. And then this table here, actually, let me get to these things first. You have this for like energy drink sized cans that will keep your drinks cold. Have this portable or this wireless charger that you can plug in through a USB-C type connection, charge your AirPods and your phone on there. And then there's also some other things I don't have on display here that I'm still waiting to come in the mail, but there is almost like a Yeti style cooler that they have as well that I'm waiting to come in, that Keystone has, that you can also have access to. And then this table here, this is so unique because it has the 4 cup holders around the edge and then the spot here that you can put ice and drinks in, plus your storage along both sides that's the same on each side. But this will fold down into the size of about a camp chair. So this here can actually be stored in your pass-through storage compartment with the way that it folds down, because this material here is the same as like a camp chair would be, but still strong enough to hold anything up on there. So all these things and some more that I'm still waiting to come in will be available if you do purchase your RV from me and you have seen this, because this is something that only people on YouTube will be seeing. Make sure to mention that and you can take one of these things for free home with you in your new RV that you just got. So keep that in mind. And then another thing to talk about just with this particular time frame, I know people that see this video a month from now or whatever, this won't really apply to that, but right now is kind of show season in the RV industry. So this is about what's the date? I think we're in the 2nd week of September now. So lots of RV shows going on around the country. There is a Dallas RV show that is going on as well. And this is the first time since I've been at this Dallas store here that we are not participating in the Dallas RV show. So we are actually going to be doing an in-house RV show where we will have a lot of the same incentives that we have at a show, the manufacturing reps and everything like that. They'll just be here at our dealership location as opposed to going down to Dallas Market Hall where the RV show is at. So we will still be having all the same sales, incentives, and everything like that going on. The nice thing about that is we have about 160 RVs on our lot. And when we go to an RV show, we can't even take half of those RVs there. So we actually have a lot more to look at here on our lot than we would even be able to take to an RV show. So if you are interested in purchasing something during this show period, we have a lot of really great pricing and incentives going on. This one right here, this trailer, the MSRP on it is $51,000, and we currently have it priced at $39,997, and we might even be able to get a lower price than that with everything going on and all the additional incentives. So we are cutting some really great deals right now, especially trying to clear out the 2022 inventory as well. So if you're looking for just a great price, now is a great time to take advantage of everything going on in the market. If you see the text up on the screen, there's a link down below in the description that you can go to where you can leave me your contact information. I'm at the Mesquite store, so if you select that Mesquite location, that will come directly into my inbox. Leave me your name and number and what RV you're looking at or how I can help, and would love to reach out to you and help you out as soon as I can in finding your next RV. Hopefully we can get you in this thing to take advantage of these different show deals that we have going on and get you in one of these 2022s that will have better prices than anything I've seen in the past 2 years. So pretty excited about that. Let's go ahead inside now and take a look at the inside of this floor plan. So as we head inside, again, you have the solid step coming in, so that will make contact with the ground. Open this door up. And as we walk inside, a ton of floor space in this layout. That is one thing I really, really like about this. There's really 3 things that I'm a big fan of on this floor plan. 1 is the amount of floor space that you get. 2 is the amount of countertop space that you get. Look at how big this countertop is here. I mean, so much room there on both sides of your oven. So I really like that. And the last thing is this rear bath is just huge. So if this is something you're a couple that is looking to maybe do some extended travel or even live in this thing full time, this is a huge bathroom. And then check this out. This storage space here is so big, it is actually prepped for a washer and a dryer. So you could get a stackable washer and dryer in this space in the bathroom that you're not gonna find in hardly any other travel trailer this size. I know I don't have anything else here on my lot that has a stackable washer dryer capability in something this size. So that is really cool, really unique. We'll start with this bathroom and then kind of work our way forward since we're here. You have a lot of storage. Passport has been really good over the past few years about really emphasizing the amount of storage space that you get. So you have all this storage down underneath here. And close that up, and you're gonna have a dual vanity setup here. The 2-tiered shelf system there. 3 drawers that pull out. These will all be the same size drawer there. And then obviously the identical storage back through this side as well. And then you're gonna have medicine cabinets above both sinks. Looks like that's unobstructed all the way through as well. So you'll have all that storage space. If you did want to expand upon the solar system, once you get that inverter and another solar panel, plus probably another battery as well, you can get those inverted outlets to start running off of the solar. So you have the arch ceiling here, which is going to give you an added ceiling height there. And when you come back into the shower, we step inside here. I'm about 6'2" with my shoes on. And I would say the ceiling height is about 6'2" to somewhere right about here. So as you come forward, it's gonna be about 6'3" to this spot right there. And then you have the arch here, so it gets to about 6'5" or maybe 6'6" where this spot is at. And then as you step into the skylight, you have a couple, 2 to 3 additional inches there. So I would say you could be comfortably about 6'4", 6'5" and fit in this shower. The shower head does come up to about where my nose or mouth is at. So I would have to duck to get under this or lift that up. And then it does have this door here, which the nice thing about this is flexible. So if you hit your elbow or anything on that, it's just gonna flex with you and it's not gonna hurt or anything. And then that keeps it a little bit more lightweight as you slide that across there. You have a window in here as well, so you can open up that window. You have the shades back here, and then you have your fan up above the toilet area there. You have 2 AC vents in here, so you're gonna get plenty of cool air coming back here with the 2 vents. And that's pretty much everything in that bathroom space. So we come back to the kitchen area. You have your TV directly across from your seating position. So this is me sorry, why am I stuttering? This is me seated in the right recliner here, TV right in front of me there. And then as I stand up, you can see your recliners here. You have the 2 recliners that will come with a table actually that mounts right between the 2 recliners as well. And with this reclined out, let's see how far back it lays back. So it actually doesn't go back too far. That's something that really irritates me because I know it can go back further. It just needs to be moved out just a little bit. So if that chair is moved out just a little bit, then it will recline out even further. Pretty rigid feeling texture there on the sofa material as well. So it feels pretty rugged and durable. And then you'll have a nice tabletop space right here. You're going to have pull down blackout shades in your windows out here in the living space. Would have liked to see them just do the same thing on the bathroom window there. I don't know why they didn't do that, but that is something that you can do yourself if you wanted to get that added on. And the lights, they keep every like 2-3 minutes or so, they flicker off for some reason because we're not hooked up to any sort of battery power. But you have your pantry space here. So nice deep pantry space. Those go back at least probably 1.5 feet or so. So lots of space in there. All of your controls here. And then you have your ducting along here as well with these blade AC vents. These are going to push air out in a 360-degree motion there. That is going to give you significantly more air coverage to help cool down the RV quicker than like a directional vent. Come back towards this area. You have the flip down countertop here. So that will flip down in that position there, but you have this additional space next to the sink there. Great for like doing dishes or washing vegetables or anything like that you may be doing in this area. And then I just love how flush all the cabinetry looks too. It looks really nice. Hidden hinges there so you don't see any of the hinges on the outside of the door. Storage there. And then same thing here. this is a nice big open space with no shelving. So we were already talking about the MSRP outside, but the MSRP again is $51,162, and we have this available right now for $39,997. And with our show incentives going on and everything else that we have going on, trying to get rid of 2022s, might even be able to cut an even better deal there for you. So it's always my job to make sure you get the best deal possible and do everything that I can to make that happen for you. So if you go down to that inquiry link down below in the description, I am in a sales position and would love to personally help you out in making this RV yours. I don't get paid by my company to come out here and make these videos. I just do it in my own time in hopes of finding someone like you that might be interested in this RV. So if that is the case, and I hopefully have earned enough trust with you for you to feel comfortable coming to me to purchase your RV, you can go down to that link down below in the description. Leave me your name and number, and as soon as I get that in my inbox and I'm available, I'll give you a call or shoot you a text and see what I can do to help you out. So I am in the Mesquite location when you go through that link there. As we go around the rest of this kitchen space, nice big storage underneath the sink. It is a single basin stainless steel sink. I should have plugged in a battery so that we didn't have those lights flickering on and off. You're gonna have three drawers there that are all the same size, and then a fourth larger, deeper drawer on the bottom. Nice big storage space underneath the oven. Now, one critique on this is the oven is one of the smaller Furrion ovens here, so nothing crazy or too impressive with the oven there. Nothing I couldn't get away with, but I know some people are more picky about that than others, so keep that in mind. 3-burner Furrion stove with the glass top that flips up. You're gonna have your vent fan going out of the trailer there, and then you have the microwave here that does not have a turntable. It uses that diamond wave technology back there. Whatever it does, I honestly don't know what it does that's so special to make it not require a turntable, but you can fit rectangular dishes back there with that. Then this is an Insignia TV that you have. Again, nice big countertop space, all your sound controls down underneath here. And then you have 2 pull-out drawers on this side as well. And then right here you have your fireplace. So this will be a heat source as well, an electric heat source, and it'll have 4 different color options on it. And then I forgot to show too, with your bathroom, you have a sliding pocket door here for your bathroom. So when you have that closed, it will look like that there. Other small touches too, like you have your motion activated light right when you walk in. So if you flip this on, that'll actually come, you can just leave it in the on position, and then when you walk on, I don't know if it's, oh, there you go. Yeah, so I think it took a second to trigger, but when you walk under it or when you open the door or something like that, it'll turn on. You have your speaker systems up through the ceiling. So you have a speaker here and a speaker there, and then you have your AC here. Let's look at the MSRP sheet and see. That is a 15,000 BTU AC that we have right here. So 15,000 BTU AC, you can just have it dump air down into the space to help cool this big space faster, or you close this up to send it through the ducting that you have there as well. If you need a Wi-Fi router, you can get one installed right here. So a Wi-Fi router would plug in right where this cap is at, and you can get Wi-Fi and LTE on the road. And then you have your GE 12 volt refrigerator here. This is about a 10 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator. Open this up, nice big space in there. And then with your solar panels and batteries, that'll keep that thing running for you. Definitely recommend 2 batteries on a travel trailer this size, especially if you're gonna be doing like extended travel and long distance trips and stuff like that. So that is everything in your kitchen area. Coming back to the bedroom, you're gonna have a residential queen size bed. So nice long bed here. This bed is 80 inches long, I believe. So definitely plenty of space for me. Being 6'2", I can easily fully lay on this bed and my legs don't hang off the end. In fact, let me just show that real quick. So my head is not touching the wall right now, and my feet do not hang off the end. And so that's, maybe it's not 80 inches. Now I'm trying to think, because I'm like, okay, I'm like 74, 75 inches maybe with my shoes, maybe even just say 76 with my shoes. So I guess it probably is close to 80 inches. It might be like 78, but a nice long bed nonetheless. Come under here, this is the arm for your table that would go on the recliners, between the 2 recliners there, and then you have your sink cover back in here as well. Wardrobe space. This is a glass door that opens up here, and that is unobstructed storage all the way through there. And this one actually is prepped for a second AC in here. So if you do feel like you need the second AC, I actually did not know that. I thought this was a 30 amp RV, but this is a 50 amp RV that is prepped for a second AC that you can add in here if you feel like that additional cooling power is needed. So that is actually really nice that you can do that there. Nice big long bedside table, pull out drawer here, and then they have some of the water hookups and other components back underneath there, which is why this table is so long there, but gives you a nice big tabletop space. You're gonna have outlets and USB ports on both sides, and then you'll have the same storage on that side as well. Flip this bed up, it is strut assisted, so the struts will hold that up there, and you can see you have your table there that would go between the recliners, stored underneath there. Drop that down, and then you have spot to hook up a TV, so you could probably get like a 24-inch TV in here or something along those lines. Nothing too crazy, but you do have the prep for the TV space. And that's pretty much everything in the bedroom. You have a sliding pocket door here, an identical one to the bathroom as well. And they went with the pleated black shades here in the bedroom also. Again, I wish they would have just done the pull-down blackout shades across all of the different RVs. Or not all the different RVs, all the different windows. It's really weird coming through and making so many different videos of these RVs. I just kind of blend all my words together sometimes, and especially when it's hot outside and I'm sweating, just trying to think of the right terminology to say. Sometimes I get things mixed up. But that is pretty much everything. Oh, the last couple things too, want to talk about how there's no carpet in this area here. This is like a woven plastic kind of material, very flexible there. And then when you lift this up, your subflooring underneath here is wrapped and protected as well. So different layers of protection there for your subflooring. This is a nice flexible kind of plastic feeling material, so much more rugged than carpet, and is not going to, you basically can just sweep it off to clean it, which I really appreciate that as well. One other thing to talk about on the construction real quick is your subflooring underneath here. It is what they call their hyperdeck flooring from Keystone. This is in all their lightweight RVs that Keystone makes. This is a 4-layer flooring that you'll see graphics up on the screen. It has a polypropylene and fiberglass layers, and then a big thick 2-pound density block foam layer there that is also working as insulation. So that polypropylene layer is extremely firm and rigid, so it's not going to dent, and then it is extremely tough and hard to break or anything like that. So it's stronger and more solid than wood. It is also much more lightweight than wood that you see in typical traditional subflooring in RVs. And then it is also completely water resistant because it's all inorganic materials there. So it is going to be something where that any like sort of water penetration in there, I mean, that subflooring could be fully submerged in water and it's not going to incur any water damage because it doesn't absorb water. So that's something that's really unique in the subflooring here, something that you don't see that they do in the Passport as well. That is a Keystone innovation there. And that is pretty much everything on this floor plan layout here. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I also forgot to mention Keystone has these hats too, so that's another option. They have gray and black ones, so I'm getting more of those ordered as well. But lots of different cool stuff at that Keystone table that you can take home with you with your RV if you purchase one from me. And I would love to help you out. Keep in mind we have all our show incentives going on for the next 2 weeks. So really excited about that, and reach out to me. Go down to that link down below in the description and leave me your contact information. If you're wanting to come take a look at RVs in person, or if you're just needing purchasing information, go down there and I will get in touch with you and we can set up a time to meet, or I can help you out over the phone with purchasing your RV. So that's everything I got for y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you out camping.